Jeff, good to see that second period. It looked like you guys kind of found your comfort level.
Yeah, I thought the first was just okay, but I thought in the second, we talked about being relentless with our pressure. And if we're going to make mistakes, just make it out of pressure. And I thought we did a real good job with that. I thought we were on top of them. Obviously we dressed a real strong lineup. They're obviously missing some real good players. So that's always something you got to take into account. It was reversed in Chicago. But with that said, you want to play. We're trying to cement a foundation and an identity, and part of that identity is being relentless. Part of that identity is being fast, and I thought we were both those things in the second. I thought we were on top of them, and then I thought coming out of our zone, we were real fast, and we got in behind them.
Ferg showed you what he needs to show you to earn a job. Martin
It's a good shot, eh?
Yeah.
He's got a weapon. It's a flat-out weapon. I thought he really found his comfort level in the second, especially in the power play. I just thought he was much more confident and comfortable, and it's an absolute weapon. When he hits the net, one of two things happens. It's either a great rebound chance or it's in the net. It's as good a shot as there is out there, I believe. So he did the things he needs to do to show that he wants the job, and I think there's a spot open, and he certainly made a good case for himself tonight.
How do you like the way the goalies have performed and Jimmy Howard tonight?
Well, I thought I think the goalies have both played really well. If you weren't at the game in Chicago, you might see 6 or whatever we gave up and judge Peter off that. I thought Peter played very well. I mean, we threw that group to the wolves a little bit that night. They had a great lineup. Taves was sick. Other than that, they had basically their lineup. And we didn't have many guys that were regulars for us. And so, Peter, I thought, fought really hard and made some huge saves as we went along. And I think Jimmy's been very good. So, I'm happy with where both their games are at. I'm happy with their work ethic and practice and their approach to trying to continue to get better here.
Jeff, what's your impressions of Little Caesars Arena as a hockey venue standing behind the bench? What was going through your mind as you were looking around?
Well, it was cool. It was cool to be a part of. I mean, it's a great. When I stand on the bench, when you go to lots of new rinks, sometimes they look cavernous. They're just big and they almost look like soccer stadiums a little bit. This thing feels like they're on top of you. I know that was a huge thing that Chris Illich and Ken Holland wanted. And it feels that way. It feels like the fans are on top of you. The other thing I'd say is I think it's going to be in a really, really loud building. Even at the end there when the fans were cheering, it was really loud. And so you put more people in the stands, and I think it's going to be a real loud building.
Jimmy admitted that he kind of was looking at the scoreboard once in a while because it was so large. Did you find yourself looking up at it and just kind of being, wow, this thing's huge?
I think part of getting used to things is as the coach, trying to figure out where the penalties are, where the all those things you look for, and it's actually great they're underneath, but you're just kind of getting used to that. I can't see them. I'd have a neck pain if I saw the big scoreboard, so I concentrated on the small one.
Jeff, what do you think the comfort level is going to be with Frans Nielsen here in the second season?
I think we saw it with Mike Green last year. Mike spent his entire career with one organization. In the first year he came over, I think there's a feeling up here you're not quite as comfortable. I thought Mike Green was excellent last year, and he's real comfortable. And I'm seeing the same thing with Franz. Franz spent his entire career with one organization. I think what doesn't get thought of enough, or maybe written about enough, or maybe as a coach you don't think about it enough, is the personal side of it. I mean, it's like going to a new school. My kids have done it. It's hard, and you're getting acquainted with everything. You're kind of feeling your way around, especially when you've been around the league a long time and you were a leader in your room. Now you come to a new room and you got to feel your way around. He just, to me, feels way more comfortable. I thought he looked real good tonight. I think he'll be able to show his leadership ability, having been on our team for 2 years.